If you own any of the coins in this video's title, that includes HBAR, XRP, XLM, and Quant, you need to listen up. This is crunch time. This is the most important time in the coins that you own right now's history in this bull run, I believe, okay? So what I'm talking about here is the beginning of alt season. It started. Bitcoin dominance is now at 55%. I believe a telltale sign we are at the very beginning of what will be a massive alt season. And yes, you have done extremely well, and I do applaud you because your coins are the first to move. But if you believe this will last forever, you are sorely mistaken, unfortunately. I want you guys to please pay attention to this whole video. While I'm singling out these 4 coins and many others in this general narrative, the much bigger picture I want to paint here has to go for every coin in the whole entire industry as well. So for all the other coins in your portfolio. Before we get into it though, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure you guys are subscribed as well. I bring you the no BS truth in crypto. It sometimes might be hard to want to hear, but unfortunately, sometimes truth isn't always what you want it to be. Pay attention to these sort of videos. This could save you a lot of money. Now, will these coins that you own, again, the ones in this title, make you a lot of money from this current point in time, okay? After they've already gone and pumped. HBAR's pumped up here pretty much in the last month, about an 8x. XLM also done incredible gains in the last month, almost a 6x. XRP, IOTA, and the rest of them are all doing very well. Absolutely is the answer to this question. But you must at least consider what I'm about to say in this video. Again, this is going to be speaking about these coins particularly, but this applies for every other coin in your portfolio as well. It's just happening right now for these coins. I don't want you to think that you must do exactly what I say because you're your own person and I don't know your particular circumstance, but I want you to at least consider it and let your brain think about what I'm saying here. Like I said, a big congratulations is in order. First and foremost, well done. You know, you've held on to these coins for a long period of time. You're making some money. That is fantastic. One thing I never understand in crypto is when people hate on other people for not buying their coin and picking another coin instead. Who cares? Who actually cares? Retail will come in at some point given you've picked a decent enough coin and they will be the ones to pump your coin. Buy your coins, sit in it if you've got conviction, and again, make some money. It's not that hard. Don't hate on people for not owning your coin. So again, big congratulations. But ultimately, there had to be a first narrative pump. I thought it might have been AI. It looks like AI is gearing up to begin pumping here sometime soon. But it was Dino coins, the old school coins or the Web 2 utility coins, the coins in this title, plus a few others I'll mention later on, that have began to pump first. There's countless research I've done on this channel for about 2 years now, guys, that goes to show that narratives, of course, pump at different times. Right now, we are seeing that these Dino coins, these Web 2 utility coins, are the early coins to pump. There had to be a narrative to pump early and first. There will be some late narratives that pump after Bitcoin. In the last cycle, gaming pumped when the whole market was coming down. It pumped last. There'll be some overperforming narratives, there'll be some underperforming narratives, and there'll be some synchronized narratives that all kind of work up together at the same time. But don't let your bloody greed get to you right now when it's crunch time. It's like training in the footy or the NFL, right? For months and months and years before the season starts. And then every single game when it comes to the season, you don't follow what you've been practicing. You don't follow what the coach has been trying to tell you this whole entire time. Guys, in the last cycle, DeFi was the first narrative to pop off. Okay, look at the DeFi coins. Behind it in orange is Bitcoin. It's all overlaid to be synchronized at the same time. All these coins, Compound, Uni, Cake Maker, Aave, again, they all pumped relatively at the same time. And this is why most of the time we refer to DeFi summer being the very early part of the last bull run where these coins pumped first. Okay, and I think we're here right now for Web 2 utility coins. I think these are the first to pump. And again, using Compound here as the basis of what I'm trying to describe, we can see that they've had their massive rallies already, and we might be moving sideways here while some of the mid to small cap, Web 2 utility coins begin to pump. And then these coins might have the next massive pump, probably maybe even 2 or 3x from these current prices very soon, maybe even more. That could mean some of these coins that you hold, like XRP, that has recently gone from 50 cents to $2.50, all right, way back down here in the last month to where it is right now. This could look like a $10 token. It could very well 5 or 4x again. XLM's gone from 9 cents recently to 52 cents. You can see here, monumental gains. It could go to 250, maybe even HBAR. This might tickle your guys' confirmation bias. HBAR might go from 4.2 cents to 35 cents where it is now to $2. It could do this, okay? I think that, again, my predictions are on the lower side because these might actually be the top. And for goodness sake, don't try to time the top on these coins. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I don't care if you do or not. This applies for not just these coins, by the way. This applies for Ondo, Render, ICP, all the rest of it. It goes for those coins as well. Don't try to time the top. As we'll see here in a second, there's a cycle to this, and you're falling victim to the cycle trying to get out at the very top. Now, for mid or small cap Web2 utility coins, that could mean like reserve rights, for example. One of the coins I did many videos on back in the day. It was down here at half a cent, basically, right? And this went up to where it is right now. It hasn't done too well. It's about 4x, but it could very well 100x overall from these recent lows because it is a small to mid cap coin, or at least that's where it started. It could. I know, I get it. It's a billion market cap right now. But who's to say this coin couldn't go to a 20 billion market cap? Again, there's so much money flowing around some of these coins. And we've found from coins like XRP, IOTA, Steller, Hedera, these larger cap coins, that we actually had these coins begin pulling up the narrative first. Dino coins, Web2 utility coins. We found the large caps began to pump, and now reserve rights is starting to pump itself. You can see here it's moving and moving and moving, whereas these coins are slightly taking a bit of a breather, as you can see here from their recent pumps, that, hey, maybe we're actually finding this transition into the large to mid to micro cap coins in this narrative. Now, this narrative, by the sound of it, could last a couple more weeks, it could last another month or two. I'm not entirely sure, okay? But we do know alt season's here. We do know these are the first movers. But what we do know is that this will not last forever. Get it out of your head. You think because price is going up that it's going to last forever. Again, I don't care if you don't sell your tokens at all. I'm not making this video to somehow benefit from you selling. I actually don't benefit at all. Even if I held these coins, which I don't right now, but even if I do, I actually only benefit from you wanting to keep buying. So it's the complete opposite. I'm just trying to look out from you, from someone who's been in the cycle before, from someone who's been analyzing this for far longer than likely you've been even in the market in general. Okay, now is not the time to be thinking that large caps will continue to 20x. Like I said, they definitely could. We really could see that. We could see an amazing rally here in a HBAR, for example, and this continued to pump and pump and pump. And it might. But why are you trying to get out the exact top? It makes no sense to me. You want to stagger sell levels in. We'll look at this in a second here and try to get out. And again, let me remind you for the 5th time, I'm not trying to criticize these particular coins. If DeFi, real world asset, AI, any narrative popped off first, like these are popping off right now, this would be the exact same conversation about different coins. Simple as that. And you should definitely not be trying to 100x on finding the small micro cap Web2 utility coin. Okay, this is their time in the sun. Many or most coins will have this at some point as well. Someone who's been on the channel for quite a while now, Credible Crypto, okay, big HBAR fan. Now this post here, if I scrubbed this out and didn't tell you the time frame, you might have confused this particular tweet for being in this cycle. People asking me whether to buy HBAR now or wait for the dip. Guys, this is it. It's not too late, but once we go into price discovery above 46 cents, things will escalate quickly. We have months to accumulate. If you didn't, for whatever reason, now is your last chance to get on board. This was September 2021. Now, let me remind you something very important here. This, back here, this tweet was back down here, okay, 30-ish cents. HBAR only pumped not even a 2x from that point in time. Its all-time high was 55 cents. So what I'm saying is you're going to get influencers, you're going to get people like Credible and anyone, even me for that matter, maybe even Render pumps, for example. You're going to get people jumping on the bandwagon thinking these coins cannot go any further down, okay? You're talking about price discovery here. We'll look at a tweet here from another person in a second. Talking about HBAR's price discovery coming up here over, the all-time high. But where does this actually cap out? Where does this stop? Do you really want to risk your entire position you've been probably holding on for years now, trying to time a top? Again, this applies for any coin. What tends to happen is a new narrative forms. This narrative we're in right now, Web2 utility coins. You didn't see this coming because you don't track relative strength of these narratives, all right? What happens then? Large caps pop off. You start to see buzz on the large caps in the new narrative. But you only take notice when the influencers start making videos on them. How many influencers are talking about HBAR now? Everyone's talking about HBAR, XLM, XRP, IOTA, reserve rights, because it's the attention economy. And as influencers, we are forced to make videos about whatever's hot. So these guys start doing research and tell you how these coins are going to go to infinity and beyond. What happens then? Well, then we get everyone understanding that we're in this narrative, and then they start FOMO buying the large caps. You've probably been FOMO buying HBAR right now, 20, 30 cents, okay? What happens then? Small cap coins start to move, but you start to hear people making 20Xs and so on. Okay, this starts to happen. And you start to get articles like this, experts saying, this was a few days ago, XRP holders likely to sell at $10 will regret it. This person here, the CEO of some sort of academy, recently took to X to caution XRP holders against short-term thinking that could lead to missed gains. It's around here, you're going to find these mainstream articles, these big influencers, regular size crypto influencers convince you that these coins will go to infinity and beyond. You're just simply exit liquidity. They must convince you to keep buying. They must convince you the price will keep soaring. You will then become exit liquidity. Now, most of you don't have the ability or understanding to know if HBAR pumps 100% today, which will likely be towards the top, or XRP, XLM, Render, whatever coin, ICP. When these coins pump 100% on the day, that could likely be towards the top, especially if they're just under 10x. Then what happens is microcaps start to move, okay? You start trying to find microcaps because you know these can go on 100x. You either buy the wrong coin or you FOMO into one already doing well. You panic sell when it starts to have a pullback or doesn't move at all. You start to think, oh my God, maybe I did something bad here. And then a new narrative forms. And this cycle rinse and repeats like clockwork. I'm telling you right now, guys. So the best thing to do is to buy and wait. That's why I say a big congratulations to everyone holding the Web2 utility coins that managed to have a massive pump now. But mark my words, this narrative, this buzz around these coins will fall off. It may come back. It may come up back, in 3 to 6 months' time. And I'm not saying it won't. But then you'll have the gaming coins pop off, the AI coins pop off, and these coins won't look as hot against the other projects. It just so happens that this narrative managed to pop off, so to speak, first. Okay? No altcoin is immune to pullbacks. They will have pullbacks. There is no such thing as up forever. And the faster and harder they go up, the harder they fall. It's just simple as that. You can see here already, we're beginning to find on analytics pages like June that some of these other narratives are beginning to pick up. Oracles, real-world assets, and Gamblify, okay? These are ones that weren't particularly strong in the last months. However, they've started to outperform. Like I said, these things move in narratives, payments, layer 1, IoT, Oracle, gaming, DeFi. They all pop off at different times. Like I said at the start of the video, gaming coins actually had their all-time high after Bitcoin went from its all-time high of 69K in the last cycle right here. They were popping off over here when Bitcoin was near enough close to 40K and everyone was panicking. So again, congratulations, you got it in first, but please don't think that these will go up forever. It's the start of the cycle, yes, and I think these coins will still likely have a continuation pump sometime in the later parts of the next few months. But again, like I say here, exit. Exit is the most important thing, or don't completely exit. Just take some profit. Like I say here, you can't hate me for just telling you to take a little bit of profit. I made a video last night on HBAR, for example, okay? And it's just to simply start taking some profit soon. Your price prediction for HBAR might be $1.50 or $2, and that's fine. But again, stagger some sell levels out like I'll show you here in a moment. Maybe they do. Maybe at their all-time highs, they go up 100x from these current prices. But do you really want to test that theory with your own cash? Do you really want to play with that game with your own cash? Now, there is actually a type of exit plan that you can do. I know some of you guys, not again, just for these coins. I know I'm singling these coins out, but it's literally just because they're having their pump right now, so chill. But like, you could have a portfolio or an exit plan per coin, like the Lewis sell plan here. All right, Louis is a member in the private community. He had a great sell plan here where he had a similar portfolio sold at these different levels here. And what he ended up doing was holding on for about 5 to 6% of his portfolio and getting out at like 100% above the intended sell price. So if you're trying to get out of HBAR here at like 90 cents, for example, and your average bought in at 5 cents, like Louis done, maybe say, well, hey, I'm going to leave 5 or 6% of my portfolio for $1.80 here. I really see price discovery, really try to get it out because we see tweets all the time from the element over here. Again, this is the same for every coin, all right? But are you taking profit or riding this baby to price discovery? Let me remind you, if you're holding your entire bag and not taking profit on the way up for this possible price discovery, you're leaving all this room here for error. Anything could happen. The narrative could change. You could maybe see a bit of FUD come out and the coin could reverse 20, 30%, and you end up selling before the next pump, or maybe the next pump doesn't even happen. So like this shows, sell some minus risk, sell some possibly above, But if you really want to let this sort of moonshot go and make some insane money, leave 5 to 10% of your portfolio on the possible table, like we can see here with the Louis sell plan. We also see here with the Bill sell plan as a very similar strategy as well. We also have a few other plans. Guys, it's so important to look at exiting coins. I can't stress it enough. We take a big responsibility here in the private community. Links down below, of course, in exiting and making proper, decent, and reasonable exit levels. You might miss out on maybe you could have doubled your entire profit on the side. Okay, maybe you end up getting out and making $100,000. But because this narrative is so early on, and likely the next couple narratives that happen, maybe AI pops off and maybe gaming pops off in the next few months here, because these narratives are so early in the cycle, the money you've made, you have the fortunate ability to reinvest maybe some of that back into the market, into new coins. Maybe you want to buy back into the coins you just sold. I don't know. And again, I don't really care if you do or don't sell. At the end of the day, I've been around, I've researched this for years now in the bear market. I really do put this where my mouth is. At the end of the day, these are narrative pumps. They will come, they will go, and so will the coins in favorability. But all I can try to do is let those who listen to this information absorb it. Again, don't follow it per se exactly to the T, but at least absorb it and make some decisions yourself. So that being said, I wish you all the best for 2025. Like I said, let's not make this a cultish thing. We can all make money and be happy. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.